So guys, we'll be making pancake powder. This is just hard water pancake powder, and everything you need a bowl, you need sieve, you need measuring equipment, which is your measuring cup or tin. These are tin containers that most of Nigerian homes have it. If you don't, just get your milk, your tomato, corn, anything of it. When you use the thing inside, when you use the stuff inside, then you keep the tin to use, right? You need spoons. This is flour. You need milk, you need salt, you need baking powder, you need sugar. I have this large quantity of sugar because I use it for cooking, baking, and every other thing that I need it for, as well as scrub. You need baking soda. This is important if you want your flour to rise. Now, as always, I'll leave the measurements in the description box, the commenting section, so that you guys can watch it. If you're watching from TikTok, it will be in the comment section. If you're watching from YouTube, it will be in the description box down below. Now, I use this tin because I believe every home have one or two of this, but if you don't use your measuring cups, that works super well as well. You need to sieve your flour. You see how many dates I had to bring out. This is my milk powder. Now, this is a basic pancake mix that you buy off the counter in your mall or off the shelf, basically. But making it at home saves you money and time. When you make this, all you just have to do is put it in a jar or a container, and in the morning when you want to make breakfast, it is super easy to make that way, if that makes sense. So you just have to do is use water. Of course, you can use eggs as well if you want. I'll be cooking it for you in 2 different days, which of course I will attach it to this video so that you can watch. And I mean, it's that simple. We are done with it already. So you want to bottle this up in an airtight container or jar. Another thing is just pour it inside and shake it all up. It's that simple. This takes us literally less than 2 minutes. Now, to make your pancake, like I said, I will be doing 2 methods, and this is the first method. So you need about 2 cups of the powder. I showed you the cup there, but we're using this spoon for easy measurements. This spoon will take 1 or 2 person's mouth, depending on how much you want. We're using eggs for this first method, and first thing you want is the egg whites. Just put the egg yolk in the batter or another plate, and you want to whisk your egg white till it is fluffy white and a little bit thick. Now you can use your hand mixer as well as your whisk. It works. It's just that it takes lots of time and probably an arm work. Of course, also this is optional. You can just mix your eggs directly to your powder. That works as well. So which means it's just like 3 methods, but I mean I only did 2 video method on here, and I added a little bit of water to my powder before introducing it to the egg whites, which of course you guys will see in about a minute. Now you want to go in gradually with your water. I made mistake of adding too much water, but I corrected it in the long run. But you just want to use a little water, because remember there's baking soda in this, and when baking soda mixed with egg white, it forms and like a volcano effect tends to happen, which means at the end of the day it will become watery. So what I did is to add a little bit butter to it, which makes this about 2 people's mouth, or depending on your eating size, if that makes sense. But this will give you about 4 pancake scoops. Now in your pan, also to cook this, we have 2 methods: the frying method and the cooking method. The cooking method is water. Just brush your pan with water, and you want to make sure your pan is on medium to low heat and scoop it. When mixing your batter, you want to make sure you don't over mix it. Make it a little bit lumpy, then you cook it. I did not let mine to cook before I flip it. You don't want to make this mistake, but this is actually correctable because alhamdulillah, all you just have to do is to flip it over again and let it cook from the other side. And voila, this is what we have. Now for the second method, I did the oil and water method. First thing is to put your oil in it, just spread around. Then I scooped it in two because I wanted to make just 3 pancake in this. Then I added a little bit of water to it. Now this is totally optional. You can do just the frying method if you want a more crispy back pancake, if that makes sense. Then you flip it over. Of course, as impatient as I am, I did not allow it to set completely before I flipped. I could have calculated the fact that I was using medium to low heat here and allow it to set, but obviously I forgot to calculate that part. But I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I do not really like this one, so I would advise you just use 2 scoops of spoon instead of using the big spoon. And I guess I made that video as well that you guys will see later on. Now to plate it, I made a video of this syrup mix, and if you guys want, let me know in the comments section. This is homemade syrup mix. Use any fruits of your choice, and this is the fruits of my choice. This syrup was super good, and I still have it up until this day. It's super inexpensive and easy to make. Now for our second pancake, I did a completely English breakfast, and of course you need 2 scoops, or rather 2 spoons of your pancake powder mix. You need about 1 spoon of water. Mix it, and you want to make sure you do not over mix. If needed, add more water. Like I said, you want to go in gradually. Of course, I went in with more water than I should have. Mixing, you want to make sure there's lumps in it. You do not want to over mix, hence why we're using spoon. It is advisable to use fork rather than using spoon. Now oil your pan with oil or water depending on what method you want to go for, and I scooped about 2 eating spoon, which is equivalent to 2 tablespoons to each. Also, this depends on how big or how little you want your pancake to be. I'm using a bigger fry pan this day, so I added little bit of water to it just to keep that moisture in it. Also, remember, I am an impatient human, so I flipped in between as well. But this day it came out a little bit overly cooked, and it became a little bit burnt, which I don't hate it, but I do not really like it that much. Like I mentioned earlier, I was making an English breakfast today, which of course entails eggs, sausages, and bacon. But I'm a Muslim, so I do not eat bacon, so I'll be using sausage here, and this is chicken sausage. I did my eggs. I added a little bit of batagungun to use as a Yoruba girly. You can use black pepper, you can use cayenne pepper, and at the same time you can use fresh pepper depending on wherever you want to go for. I mean, you can for yourself, right? Also, I cut, or rather I gave in some sliced on my sausage, and this is because I wanted it to look more beautiful and more presentable. Voila, we are done. What is English breakfast without coffee? Of course, I topped it with a very hot coffee and our syrup. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, share. Good night. God bless you. Stay safe and be fabulous.